Ah, living the Florida lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Tampa Bay Golf and Country Club has created the ideal active adult lifestyle, thus enhancing the quality of life and leisure time for most of us that have chosen to live here. Our community is nestled among 730 rolling acres with peaceful nature preserves, lakes, and 27 holes of USGA-approved golf.
Today, in 2010, with the unsettling economy, many of our residents are now on real fixed incomes with little financial supplement other than Social Security. Last year's government bailouts and the dwindling stock market returns have nearly wiped them out. In spite of all this, our bankrupt developer, TUSA, appointed directors to our Master Homeowners Association, or HOA. They just approved the 2010 budget. The privately owned clubhouse amenity fee was increased by $1,026. This increase was approved by the board members, yes, the same board members appointed by the bankrupted developer, TUSA. Our privately owned club, which has been charging all the homeowners monthly fees, has no agreement as verified in writing by the HOA attorney, Scott Jackman, in a letter dated November 4, 2009. To protect you as a homeowner, we have established a Tbgcc Owners Council. Our group does not want to take over the golf course or clubhouse. We just want a voice on controlling the expenditures, contracts, and accountability. In the past, any and all costs have just simply been levied upon us or rolled into an existing budget. This year, 2010, is no different. The Tampa Bay Community Association, Inc., is our master HOA. The association is comprised of 1,218 owners as members and 3 board of directors appointed by the developer TUSA. They attempted to lock in residents to make amenity fee payments through the creation of a membership plan. This plan references an agreement between the club and the HOA, but an HOA attorney, Scott Jackman, verifies that no such agreement has ever existed and there is no paperwork to support the Master HOA's claim. Our Masters Homeowner Association is governed by 2 legal documents. First, the established Master HOA Declaration, bylaws, and articles were documents created by the original developer. These legally govern our community. And second, the State of Florida Chapter 720 statutes. These statutes serve to protect owners within the HOAs from being exploited and also serve as a legal guideline for developers in creating HOA declarations in a fair and equitable manner. Green Acres is a local management company based in Tampa, Florida. This is the company we send our monthly dues to. They manage the disbursements and all payments made by our master HOA. Our development consists of 1,218 homes and about 350 more to be completed by the developer TUSA, which is filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. In 2010, we as owners will pay out to Green Acre monthly dues of $250. Of this, 74%, nearly $2 million annually, is paid to Tbgcc. Tbgcc provides no financial accountability whatsoever and claims they can raise fees at will, as they did this year. On September 15, 2009, they posted a memorandum indicating they were having financial difficulty and would be raising fees by $60 monthly. They would be cutting services, and they also informed Regions Bank that they were unable to make their mortgage payments. In spite of this, the TUSA-appointed Board of Directors still approved the Tbgcc recreation request for over $1 million in its November 20, 2009 meeting. Outraged by the board's approval and the audacity of Tbgcc to ask retirees on fixed incomes to bail out Tbgcc recreation, a group of resident supporters of the Owners Council filed a lawsuit demanding the HOA suspend payments to Tbgcc recreation. And we want a jury trial on 2 counts: declaratory judgment and injunction relief. By analyzing past payments and agreements, we have discovered that we were being overcharged by Bright House Networks in excess of $1 million over the past 6 years. The validity of a previous cable company agreement is in question. Bright House was willing to sit down with TUSA and their appointed board of directors, but TUSA didn't want to take the time to do so. For properties in which we do not have an ownership in, we discovered that we were paying for the treatment of pond maintenance on the golf course property in excess of $170,000 for the past 4 years, a clubhouse water bill of more than $15,000, street lights for Tusa of more than $11,800, and a special assessment to the clubhouse for $93,000. Because our master HOA directors have been appointed by Tusa, the struggling and bankrupt developers within our community, it is imperative that we seek control of the Master Homeowners Association. The Owners Council does not want to take over the Tbgcc golf course and clubhouse. We just want a voice in controlling the expenditures, contracts, and accountability. This can be accomplished without diminishing Tusa's financial and legal responsibility. In a lawsuit filed in the Pasco County Courts against the actions of the Board of Directors to approve the 2010 budget earmarking $3,163,500 to Tbgcc Recreation LLC, the clubhouse, and to pay them this extraordinary amount without an agreement is outrageous. The lawsuit demands a trial by jury on 2 counts. Count 1, declaratory judgment summarized. Wherefore, the plaintiff owners respectfully request this court to enter a declaratory judgment in their favor and against the defendant that declares that the association intent and efforts to collect upon the 2010 Country Club assessments are improper, that the association is prohibited from paying money to the club without first entering into a formal agreement as required by the declaration and by Florida law. Count 2, injunctive release summarized. The association decision to pay $3,163,500 to the club in 2010 violates the provision of the declaration. Consequently, the association's 2010 Country Club assessment is invalid and illegal, and the association is not permitted by the declaration to collect upon the 2010 golf club assessment. Furthermore, the association should accordingly be enjoined from making any payments to the club until the association first enters into a formal agreement with the club as required by the declaration and as required by Florida law, including Chapter 720 Florida statutes. The club owner or its affiliate has recently announced that it will no longer pay the mortgage for the real property upon which the club is located. Thus, it appears that funds given to the club by the association in 2010 will not be put to proper purpose by the club. Moreover, there is a risk that the club will cease operations and the association's fund given to the club will not be recoverable. Since there is not a recorded agreement between the master HOA and the owner of the club, should the residents have paid the club an initiation fee at all? Should the residents have paid an assessment of $93,000 for club repairs in 2006? Should it be mandatory that the residents pay a monthly amenity fee for the use of the club? Our Master Homeowners Association Board of Directors needs to do the right things. Stop collecting money from the retirees to fund and bail out the clubhouse. No contract, no money.
Oh, no.
Let the clubhouse propose fairly priced social and golf membership plans and sign up and bill residents and be responsible for any past dues. This is not the function of the Master HOA. Stop collecting money from the retirees to pay Bright House. No valid contract, no money. Let Bright House propose fairly priced residential plans and sign up and bill residents and be responsible for any past dues. This is not the function of the Master HOA either. Revive the 2010 approved budget to show no line items for the clubhouse and Bright House. The new budget totals will change from $4,275,000 annually to $647,406 annually. Translated to each homeowner, it changes from $250 monthly to $37.86. Like the rest of our free democratic America, the Profit Corporation Bright House and our clubhouse owner Tbgcc Recreation can market their services and be responsible for their own past due customers. No longer should our Master HOA be a conduit for assessing our retirees and collecting fees for the clubhouse and for Bright House.